Millions of years ago, along the Nile River in Africa, a remarkable civilization began to flourish. Welcome to ancient Egypt, where mysteries and marvelous achievements were part of everyday life. Let us begin with their monumental construction, the Pyramids of Giza. Imagine huge triangular buildings reaching up to the sky, built to be the grand resting places for their pharaohs, the kings of Egypt. One of the most famous is the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was built for Pharaoh Khufu. This massive structure was made from millions of heavy limestone blocks, each weighing as much as 2 elephants. Without any modern machines, the Egyptians managed to lift and position these stones to create incredible, perfectly shaped pyramids that have stood for thousands of years. But construction wasn't the only area where the ancient Egyptians excelled. They were also brilliant at writing and created one of the earliest writing systems, hieroglyphics. These were beautiful pictures and symbols drawn on the walls of their temples and papyrus scrolls. Each symbol could tell a story, capture an event, or even send a message to their gods. And speaking of gods, the Egyptians were very spiritual and believed in an afterlife. They built grand temples to honor their many gods and goddesses, each representing elements of nature and life. To safeguard their loved ones in the afterlife, they practiced mummification, a process of preserving bodies so they would remain intact for thousands of years and make the journey to the afterlife safely. Their achievements reached beyond pyramids, writing, and religion. They were also superb farmers, living beside the river Nile. They understood how to utilize its floods to nourish their crops. Each year, the river would overflow, leaving behind nutrient-rich soil that was excellent for growing wheat and barley, which they used for making bread and beer. Furthermore, ancient Egyptians made advances in medicine. They created some of the earliest records of medical knowledge and practices. With herbal medicines, surgical techniques, and treatments for diseases, they were considered some of the best healers of their time. They even knew how to set broken bones and had dental practices to care for their teeth. Ancient Egyptians also contributed to mathematics and calendar making. They needed to measure land for farming and construction, so they developed ways to calculate shapes and spaces, which are the early forms of geometry. Beyond this, their study of the stars and cycles helped them create a calendar with 365 days, which is similar to the one we use today. In conclusion, ancient Egypt was a land of phenomenal achievements, from their awe-inspiring pyramids to their sophisticated writing system, spiritual practices, agricultural skills, advances in medicine, and early mathematics. Their influence continues to amaze and inspire the world even now.